Hare Krishna. So today's topic is Introduction to Vedic Astrology, Jyotish Shastra. Why we call this Vedic Astrology or Jyotish Shastra? Because astrology or Jyotish, the origin is Vedas. Vedas means knowledge. There are four original Vedas, that is Rig Veda, Samved, Yajurved and Atharvaved. They are the original Vedas, but from them comes Vedangas. Veda Anga means limbs. So the first limb of these Vedas are Shiksha. Shiksha means Sanskrit sounds. The Shiksha is compared to the nose of Vedas. Second is Kalpa. Kalpa means Vedic rituals. In Vedas there are different rituals, just like how to perform Ashwamedh Yajna, Gomedh Yajna, all different kinds of sacrifice, how to perform deity worship. All these ritualistic ceremonies are mentioned in Vedas and they are called Kalpa. Kalpa is the head of Vedas. Then comes Vyakaran, the third. Vyakaran is Sanskrit grammar. As you know that every language, the most important part is grammar, and Sanskrit is mother of all language. So the third Vedanga is Vyakaran and it is considered the mouth of Vedas. Fourth is Nirukti, etymology, the study of words and from where these words have come, the origin of the words. This is called Nirukti, and Nirukti is the ear of Vedas. Fifth is Chanda. Chanda is rules of chanting the Vedic mantras, and the Chandas are the feet of Vedic scriptures. And the last is Jyotish. Jyotish is considered the eye of Vedas. So this is the science of astrology. So now today we are going to focus on Jyotish. And the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna gave this knowledge to Parashara Muni. Parashara Muni is considered to be the father of Jyotish Shastra, Vedic astrology. So he has written a very beautiful book, Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra. So this book is the origin of astrology. And from there, then many sages, they wrote many books on astrology. But Parashara Muni is considered the father of astrology. Parashara Muni is father of the great sage Vyasa Deva, who wrote all Vedas and all Puranas. So Parashara Muni is also a very great sage. And I will give you a brief description about the birth of Parashara Muni. It is said that when Vashishta was a Kul Guru of Dasharath, father of Lord Ramchandra. And as we know that Vashishta and Vishwamitra Muni, they were rivals. Vishwamitra Muni wanted to kill Vashishta because he was very powerful. But Vashishta Muni could not be killed because he is also a Brahmana. And Vishwamitra Muni, he gave up his Kshatriya Dharma and he became Brahma Rishi. But there was a rivalry between Vishwamitra Muni and Vashishta. So Vishwamitra Muni killed 100 sons of Vashishta. Vashishta had 100 sons. And Vishwamitra Muni killed all of them. And he wanted to kill Vashishta also, but he could not. And Vashishta Muni was very sad because his 100 sons were killed. But then one day he heard that his eldest son name was Shakti. So his wife, that means Vashishta Muni's daughter-in-law, he heard sound from her womb, some Vedic mantras. So the wife of Shakti, means the mother of Parashara Muni, her name was Adrishyanti. Her name was Adrishyanti, and she gave birth to Parashara Muni. And Parashara Muni, he became a very great sage, and the whole Jyotish Shastra was revealed to him by the Supreme Lord. And as we know that Parashara Muni, when he was crossing the river, he made some calculation, and he came to know that this time is a very auspicious time, and he will have a very great he will have a son who will be a very great sage. So while crossing river, he came across a woman. Her name was Satyavati. She was a very beautiful girl. She was a daughter of Matsyagandha. She was born from the fish, and she was a daughter of a fisherman. So he convinced her that they can have a son. So she agreed on the condition that her virginity is restored, and because she was born from the stomach, from the fish, so she had that fishy smell. So she said, he should remove all the fishy smell, and her body should have a nice fragrance. So Parashara Muni agreed, and then they had very illustrious son, Vyasa Deva. So in this way we can see that how astrology is also important. Because of Parashara Muni's astrological calculation, Vyasa Deva was born. So astrology is a very important science, and if one knows it, he will benefit from it. So next we are going to discuss what is the real meaning of Jyotish. Jyota Ish. Jyot means light, and Ish means controller or the Supreme Lord. So this is the light given by the Supreme Lord. And in Jyotish there are 6 types of Jyotisha. So first is Gola. Gola is positional astronomy. So it deals with the planets. There are mainly 9 different planets in astrology, starting from Sun. Sun is a king. Moon is a queen. Then Mars, that is commander. Then Buddha or Mercury, he is a prince. And then we have Guru, Jupiter, he is the Guru or the teacher. And then 6th is Shukra, he is also a Guru. And then next we have Saturn, he is a servant. And then Rahu and Ketu. So these are the 9 planets, and they are in some angular distance from this earth. So that is Gola, positional astronomy. And then next is Ganita. Ganita is the calculation, mathematical calculation. So there are 2 different types of calculation. One is angular distance and one is actual distance. So this Ganita you will find in Surya Siddhanta, where the angular distance of each planet from the earth, because every planet rises from one side of the horizon and they set on another side of the horizon, and they are always moving in clockwise direction. So the calculation of all these planetary positions is called Ganita. Then the third topic of Jyotish is Jatak. Jatak means natal or birth chart. When a living entity is born, when a baby is born, so at that moment, what were the planetary situation, where the planets were, in which zodiac signs these planets were. So that is taken into consideration. This is called Jatak. And the fourth part is Prashna. So sometimes we may not have the birth chart of a person. So we use Prashna Kundali. Prashna Kundali is a horary astrology. So when you ask a question, that moment the chart is made. So this is called Prashna astrology. And the fifth is called Muhurta. So Muhurta is electional astrology. That is selection of the best time. Because in this world there are auspicious and inauspicious time. So to make something successful, we have to select most auspicious time. And the most important thing in our lives is marriage, or initiation, Upanayan Samskar, or if you want to start a business, if you want a Graha Pravesh. So all this has to be performed on a very auspicious occasion. So to select a auspicious moment is very, very important. And this science is called Muhurta. And also we should know how this Vedic calendar works. What is Shukla Paksha, what is Krishna Paksha. So in future lessons we will be elaborating on each of this topic. And the sixth is Nimitta. Nimitta means this part of astrology deals with omens. So you will find there are different omens in our surrounding. So if one is very alert, then from these omens he can know what is happening. Like suppose if there is an earthquake, see the animals, you can see the behavior of animals, and then you can predict, oh, there may be an earthquake in future. Or sometimes you see a very common example is, if suppose a cat crosses your street, crosses you. So in olden days people would then go 10 steps behind. Why this is? It is not that cat is doing something inauspicious. No. What that indicates is the black cat. Black cat indicates Saturn, because Saturn is black. So and Saturn is the planet which delays our progress. So our progress should not be delayed. So this crossing of the cat indicates, oh, there is some delay in our work. So we take 10 steps, we go 10 steps behind. So these are different sciences from which an intelligent person learns all this science, so that he can make his life smooth. As it is said, prevention is better than cure. So astrology is like that. It is like an eye. So we can see in future. But if we are careless, and if we just live our life and don't worry about future, then when we end up in trouble, then that time we keep crying. So better we know what is going to happen, so that we will take proper precautions, proper remedy, so that we do not end up in trouble. So this is the short introduction I want to share with you. So we will be doing more topics on astrology, so that you will have a grip on astrology, and by using this knowledge of astrology in your life, I am sure you will have more efficiency in your life. You can reduce your problems, anxieties in your life. You can have a very nice, happy life in future. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.